Hello, it's Charles with Uber Eats. Today is Thursday, June 18th, 2026, and I am blessed and grateful because I received that precious gift of tomorrow with God's wake-up call, and I got to see another day here in beautiful, sunny, warm Tampa, Florida. And you also received that precious gift of tomorrow with God's wake-up call, and you got to see another day here on earth. Tomorrow most definitely is a precious gift to receive because not everybody got God's wake-up call this morning and got to see another day. So I, for one, am most definitely blessed and feel grateful to the good Lord for allowing me another day here on earth. God is good. God is great, always and always. And I'm blessed to have Jesus Christ in my life. Jesus Christ is my Savior, my Redeemer, and my Advocate. I love Jesus Christ and I love the Lord. The time right now, this Thursday morning, is 5:09 a.m. And according to the website weather-atlas.com, the sun will rise today at 6:33 a.m. So today, that's 1 hour and 24 minutes from now. And according to that website, the sun will set this evening at 8:28 p.m. So today, Tampa will enjoy over 13 hours and 55 minutes of daylight. I had a fantastic day yesterday, enjoyed beautiful weather. The sun was out all day, it was warm and not a bit of rain. A very light breeze, so just a beautiful day all around. I enjoyed my coffee at the McDonald's yesterday morning. I got out and enjoyed some exercise and some weather in between deliveries. And I got 20 trips in, so if I can get in another 20 trips today, I'll earn that extra $196. And tomorrow kicks off a new quest, a 60 trip quest, where I'll make an additional $201 on top of already excellent earnings that I'm making with my Uber Eats business that I'm building here in Tampa, Florida, where God has put me here in this time and place. Blessed and fortunate that God has put me in Tampa, Florida, where I can make such a fantastic living with my Uber Eats business. When I got back to the camper last evening, I recorded all the tips I collected over the course of the day on my sheet here. And I also went into the app to see if anybody had responded to let me know how well I served them or how well I didn't serve them. And it looks like one person responded to my survey. My Deliver with Care number went up 1 to 825. My friendly score went up 1 to 731. My quick and efficient went up 1 to 713. Good communicator score went up 1 to 708. And my perfect handoff is still an area of opportunity for me. I need 11 more upvotes now. That number went up 1 to 689. So all around a fantastic day, and I enjoyed a delicious meal at that halal food truck. I decided to get their shrimp over rice last night, and it was fantastic. And I'm thinking about getting their chicken over rice tonight when I visit that food truck this evening when I'm done with all my deliveries. And of course, I checked out the Powerball website this morning. Here's the ticket that I bought for the drawing that was held last evening. The 17th, would have been the 17th of June, Wednesday. And I hit one number in the middle. I played 49 and that number came in, which doesn't pay anything, I don't believe. I'll check it. I check all my tickets before I throw them out. The number that came in last night, June 17th, was 3, 26, 49, 53, 61, and the Powerball 12. And according to that website, no one hit the jackpot. So Saturday, June 20th, Saturday, June 20th, the jackpot is going up to 302 million. So I need to replay this ticket today or tomorrow before Saturday night, the Saturday night drawing. So I have a fresh ticket. There goes my old ticket. And I also checked out AAA and Gas Buddy so I can compare the price of gas at this Circle K with the average price of gas in Florida and the United States. And with gas at this Circle K now being $3.42, that's 5 cents cheaper than it was yesterday, and 9 cents cheaper than it was on Tuesday morning. And with AAA and Gas Buddy telling me that the average price of gas in Florida is at $3.69, that's 2 cents cheaper than yesterday, and 6 cents cheaper than it was on Tuesday. And the average price of gas in the United States is at $4.02 now. That's 2 cents cheaper than it was on Wednesday and Tuesday, and 5 cents cheaper than it was on Monday. So this Circle K is better than the Florida state average by 27 cents, and it's better than the national average by over 60 cents. I nearly forgot to mention Hurricane Arthur. We have a hurricane. Well, it's not a hurricane, it's a tropical storm. Arthur was designated yesterday, June 17th. I've seen several YouTube videos about Tropical Storm Arthur, and I just don't see the rotation in the storm that is necessary for it to be designated a tropical storm. The winds might be high enough, but there also has to be rotation, and I'm just not seeing it. But we've got a Tropical Storm Arthur nonetheless. So, and I'm not the only one that shared their doubts of it being a hurricane. To a degree, I got that sentiment from Colleen Campbell, meteorologist Colleen Campbell, and I don't know, I can't restate word for word how she phrased it, but she said whether it's a tropical storm or not, it's a rain producer. It's going to produce a lot of rain. So that, in my mind, hinted at her a little bit of skepticism on her part whether it is actually a tropical storm or not. That was in one of her recent YouTube videos. That's how she said it. Anyway, that's the way I took it. Well, I'm sitting up here outside in my car at my normal pump, and there's only one other person up here pumping gas. I'm not pumping gas. I topped off my tank at that Circle K that's by the camper where I sleep at night, so I don't need to buy gas this morning. But I'm up here pretty much by myself with one other person, and I've been inside already, and I got my free cup of ice in my McDonald's cup. You see that free ice? It started to melt down a little bit. And this morning I'm having a peach tea flavor of the Monster Rehab Revive, Refresh, Recover. You see that peach tea? And with today being the 18th of June, and this can, the print is very small in here, but I'll do my best to make it out. It says A2615. So this can was made January the 15th of this year. So you've got February, March, April, May, June. So this can is 5 months and 3 days old. February, March, April, May, June. Yeah, it's 3 days and 5 months old. So it's a very fresh can of this Rehab. It should be fine to drink. Let's see if it's any good over ice. Again, this is the peach tea. Let's see how it tastes cold. Get the lid back on there. Oh yeah, that's delicious. Oh man, that's good stuff. Well, I also wrote down what the website weather-atlas.com had to say about the weather today, and this is what they wrote. It said clouds and sunshine will alternate throughout the day. The high temperature will reach a 95 degrees and the low will fall down to 81 degrees overnight going into Friday morning, with a low probability of rain, 24% probability of rain, but 0 inches of accumulation are anticipated. High humidity of 65% with winds out of the southwest at 14 miles an hour. And then I checked out 2 YouTube pages for the weather also. I went on to check out 10 Tampa Bay. This video was uploaded 2 days ago, Tuesday, June 16th. It featured meteorologist Bobby Deskins. Bobby says that southwest winds will bring some passing showers along parts of the coastline, but overall, not much rain is going to fall in Tampa Bay today. We're going to see a high of 93 and a low of 81 with a 30% chance of rain. It feels like temperatures, when you consider the humidity, feels like temperatures are upwards of 105 degrees today. It's not even summertime yet, he said. Summer starts on Sunday. I didn't look into that independently, but according to Bobby Deskins, this coming Sunday is the first day of summer. And then the other YouTube I checked out was Tampa Bay 28. This was also uploaded 2 days ago, Tuesday, June 16th. It featured meteorologist Greg D. I didn't write down much about what he had to say about the weather. It was a short video, but he did say that we're going to reach a high of 94 and a low of 81 with a 40% chance of rain. So he's predicting a slightly higher probability of rainfall in Tampa Bay. And again, that's meteorologist Greg D. And then, of course, I wrote down all the deliveries I completed yesterday, along with the tips I collected. I delivered to 20 customers, and I did that in 19 trips. So I had 18 singles and 1 double along the way. I started out the day with trip 1 was for Chase. Chase wanted coffee from Starbucks on Bertha Palmer. Chase's fare was $2.40, and he tipped me $3.64, so I made $6.04 for delivering coffee to Chase's house. Thank you so much for the generous and thoughtful tip, Chase. I really appreciate that. You're thoughtful, kind, and generous. Then I went on to pick up trips 2, 3, 4, and 5 for Alexi, Jen, Carl, and Lewis. Alexi tipped me $3 for picking up breakfast from Chick-fil-A on East Fowler. Jen tipped me $3 for picking up Wendy's from North 56th Street. Carl tipped me $3.56 for picking up breakfast from the Burger King on North 56th. And then Lewis was trip 5. He tipped me $4 and a penny for picking up breakfast from the Burger King on East Hillsboro. Thank you for those tips, Lewis, Carl, Jen, and Alexi. I appreciate you. The 4 of you were thoughtful, kind, and generous. Appreciate your business and the tips. After dropping off Lewis's Burger King order, I went on to pick up trips 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 for Kenya, Chance, Tammy, Abby, and Reggie. Kenya tipped me $3.05 for picking up Dunkin' Donuts on East Hillsboro. Chance tipped me $3.50 for picking up an order from 7-Eleven on Temple Terrace Highway. Tammy tipped me $5.06 for picking up breakfast from IHOP on Morrisbridge Road. Abby tipped me $4 for picking up Fresh Kitchen on Hunters Green Drive and Bruce B. Downs. And then Reggie was trip 10. He tipped me $4 for picking up Olive Garden from Palm Point. Thank you so much for those tips and fares I got from you, Reggie, Abby, Tammy, Chance, and Kenya. I appreciate you. The 5 of you were very thoughtful, kind, and generous. Then I went on to pick up trips 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 for Ebony, Eric, Denise, Joe, and Arlie. Ebony tipped me $5 for picking up Fired Up Halal on Cross Creek Boulevard. Eric tipped me $3.03 for picking up Box of Cubans on Dona Michelle. Denise tipped me $4 for picking up Soul of Korea on North 56th. Joe gave me a very generous tip, big tip for such a small order and at a relatively easy trip to do. Gave me a $20 tip. Thank you so much for that, Joe. That was overly kind and generous of you. Really appreciate that $20 tip. And then Arlie was trip 15. It was a Lowe's pickup. Arlie, didn't get a tip from Arlie, but I got a fare of $5.70. Thank you for your business, Arlie. I really appreciate that Lowe's order. Thank you so much, Arlie, Joe, Denise, Eric, and Ebony. I appreciate all of you. You're all very thoughtful, kind, and generous. Then after dropping off Arlie's Lowe's order, I finished the day with trips 16, 17, 18, and 19. 16 was a double. First half of it was for William. William wanted Home Depot, and Nick was the second half. Nick was a courier saver. There wasn't a tip associated with this, but I made $23.74. I made a fare of $23.74, and that was my best paying run of the day. Thank you so much for your business, Nick and William. I appreciate both of you very much. Ashley tipped me $5.09 for picking up Tropical Smoothie on Highway 301 South. That was trip 17. Trip 18 was for Stu. Stu tipped me $8 for picking up Red Lobster on West Brandon. And then Ron was my last trip of the day, trip 19. Ron tipped me $6.44 for picking up his Gasparilla Pizza on East Bloomingdale. Never been to there before. Didn't know there was a place called Gasparilla. I've heard of that word since moving to Tampa Bay, Gasparilla, in relationship to some kind of cruise or festival that they have along the beach. I think there's a cruise called the Gasparilla. It was on the radio station. I didn't pay much attention to it, but there's a Gasparilla cruise or parade or something like that. So now I know there's a pizza place called Gasparilla. Ron again gave me $6.44. Thank you so much for those fares and tips. Ron, Stu, Ashley, Nick, and William. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all the customers and business I got yesterday. Very thankful to be here in this time and place here in Tampa. Well, I'm going to wrap this up and finish up the last 20 trips on this 80 trip quest that I'm on. God bless you all, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great week. I hope you're having a great day and a great week like I am. God bless you all. Talk to you tomorrow.